welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are doing good, safe wherever you are. Today I'm gonna talk and walk you through one of the key light that I've been using since couple of days, and this is my main light for the video work and as well as my regular day-to-day work, that is my professional 9 to 5 IT related job. I actually kind of did a self DIY kind of setup using monitor stands and placed all of my camera gear over the head, like just kind of a building overhead rig, and that includes my main light, that is this product or this video that I'm gonna talk about, a camera, that is this one that you're actually seeing, the Sony a6400, and an XLR microphone as well. The complete video of my desk will be kind of coming in upcoming few days, but for now let's actually continue this, as this is our main topic of this video. So this light is basically the Neewer LED 500 ultra high power dimmable video light, and I bought it almost like a year ago and have been using it quite regularly since the day one, and it has been one of the key light. Like almost every day I turn it on as soon as I kind of start working, and it actually has a lot of good topics or points that I would like to talk about. So why this? Let's actually get into the reasons why I prefer this instead of buying a high-end LED lights. So first one, it's quite simple because this is a 500 LED panel, so that means it's pretty much small. And it also means when it is small, you can kind of place it wherever you want. So in my setup, as I said, I've just placed it over my my monitor stands. It's just like everything on the top, and it's really small, so that means it can go in difficult places wherever you want to kind of put it in. Second thing, it's low powered. So when you say 500 LED panel, that means it can easily run off any kind of external power battery based supply. In this case, I also prefer using it with NPF 970 or the 750 battery set. Basically, you need two of them. The third and the most important thing why I actually bought this is particularly it's a daylight balance. That means I can kind of get a daylight effect when I work, and that actually kind of gives me a lot of positive mood towards work because daylight is really good compared to soft light. Now the fourth and the most important one is the brightness control. Well, there are a couple of settings in this light that you can kind of play around, but mostly I use either 3300 or the 5600, I guess 5600 Kelvin or 5700. That's the brightest it can go, and these are the only two ranges, that is the lowest 3300 and I guess the 5700. These two are the only kind of brightness settings where you can kind of get to the lowest of the output, that is 10%. So it kind of makes it perfectly suitable for work related environment because that kind of soft light is really needed. And the fifth and the foremost thing, like kind of very much also important, is if in case you have kind of a multiple light environment, maybe you have two of this and you kind of trying to control the brightness in a different way, you can put these lights in a different kind of groups as well. So that means you have an option here on the remote, as you see, change group. So that means you can kind of change the group directly from this remote, not on the device but from here, and then kind of control it. So that means with a single remote you can kind of control multiple lights. So coming to the cons, to be frank, I haven't seen anything, and that's the good thing about this product. So next step, let's actually right now get into our main video. First step, let me bring the brightness to 3300 Kelvin, and as you can see, it's now at 3300 Kelvin, and as I said, this is the only setting where the light can go up to 10%, and this one is the lowest, and the next setting that it can go to this 10% brightness is at 5700 Kelvin. So let me quickly change it. Yeah, I guess it's 56, my mistake. So it's not 57, it's 56. And here is where you can actually kind of change the light to 10%. So now let me quickly go back, and I want to quickly show you a couple of things that really make this quite good piece of light. So now, as I said, 3300 Kelvin, so you can go from 10% overall to 100%. So I'm just gonna kind of quickly give you a walkthrough about how it will look in 10 and 100 in each of the setting, and that way you can kind of decide which one will actually be perfectly suitable for your needs. So right now it's at 10%, and the way the light is actually facing is it's hitting the wall and not really directly onto the surface. So if it is directly onto this surface, it will be pretty much bright and you'll not be able to kind of watch this video. So now it's at 10%, so let me actually start incrementing it up to 100%. That way you can actually see how it looks. So it's only at 95 now, and now it's completely up to 100, and I can literally see my whole room is now pretty much lightened up, and you can get a sense as to how it looks. And the light is actually just like sitting on top of this camera itself, so that is why it is kind of very much soft. If in case it's directly hitting this object, you will not be able to kind of watch it with this brightness. So I'm gonna change now. So let's say this is the 3400 Kelvin, right? I'm just gonna show you how different values will kind of change the overall light effect, right? So now let's change it to 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 2, 3. Alright, so this is the max it can go, that is 5600K or whatever you gonna call it, percentage. And this is where you can also now reduce the light to 10% output. So let me just bring it down to 10%, and you can clearly see how well it looks like, and it kind of gives me a lot of work environment based of light. Gives me a really positive kind of ambience for me to kind of work. And this is the lowest it can go in 56, and now when you go back to 55, now you can see it only goes up to 25. That means it cannot go up to 10, so it's only the lowest, that is 3300 Kelvin, and as well as the highest, the 5600 Kelvin, is where it can actually go up to 10%, and the rest of them are basically from 25%. And I guess I know the reason why, because the way this devices are built, I guess it all matters on the total output power, I guess, that it can do. So this is how this light actually looks like, guys, and I generally prefer putting this at the 56 or like 47 because I love this 4700 Kelvin output as well. And you can see why I actually prefer that. As you see in the camera, it actually gives a little bit of the same kind of ambience where I feel like a little bit of positiveness and kind of concentrate on the work. And if in case I wanted to do a quick review about like any product that I wanted to talk about, I can just bring it into the frame and adjust the brightness, and here we go, and it kind of gives a really good kind of effect to the overall videos, and kind of gives you a lot of value out of the investment that you do. So this was the video, guys. I hope you have liked this video. I'll kind of leave the product link in the description, but as of now I guess it's no longer available because all of these things kind of are manufactured in China and get imported to US. So I guess due to the ongoing COVID stuff, a lot of the imports are kind of blocked, so I guess many of them don't have these products in stock. But I'll kind of leave the exact product name in the description below. If you are interested, go check it out. And with that, I will go ahead and end this video, guys. I hope you have liked this. I'll catch you up again in the upcoming next video. You'll actually see my DIY overhead camera rig that you are actually seeing this video right now with. And take care, and I'll catch you up later. Bye bye.